this one was through the roof. Also, one of the most intriguing beginnings I've ever seen. It was like a trailer for the piece right at the beginning where it had so many little puzzle pieces that as we dug into it, I was trying to fit in place. It had almost a Twin Peaks vibe to it, especially in the section of the bar, wondering if it was a dream state, it was an alternate universe, and it did feel like a deja vu, even for me. Amazing artistic devices. I loved that slow motion of the car braking, the physicalization through dance, throughout the blending of the worlds together in really interesting ways, seeing certain elements of a glass in two different segments, and made my brain do a lot of flip-flops, but it was really well done.
Really, really well done. I thought the editing on it was phenomenal. They used a lot of color, and the color really popped when it needed to. I also loved, this is one of those films that at the very beginning, especially like before you get the kind of like opening credit, like the title or whatever, and then a little bit the first, couple of minutes, I found myself thinking like, I had like, what the hell, but not in a bad way. It's one of those things where you start off and you're just like, I have no idea what the hell I'm watching, but you stick with it and you keep watching because you're intrigued even though you have no idea what's going on. It was really well done because it gave you a lot of different, that opening shot kind of gave you a lot of different things, and then as you were moving through the story, it was giving you small pieces, so you felt like you were working towards something that you were slowly understanding. But it didn't give away everything right at the beginning, which was really nice.
I think the filmmakers did some really interesting things here too. It seemed to me like a lot, especially near the beginning, there was just this sort of haze on it, this blur, a lot in the back. Like there was a lot of that going on, and I think it really helped sort of get us into his state of mind, and it really worked. I love the way a lot of the moments played out in this one. Cinematography was also really sharp, just felt very polished and of high production value. This one is definitely worth checking out.
Brought us on a journey from the beginning to the end. There was some beautiful close-up slow-mo shots of the car accident and the glass shattering and those coins, and it was you really felt like you were there. And then we see the main character going through these different scenarios, and we're not really sure what's real and what's not. What is a hallucination? What is psychosis? What is the reality? And we're figuring it out almost at the same time that he is. And seeing the woman kind of playing different roles throughout the different scenarios, and the camera work was beautiful, and there was the production on this was, the production value was insane. It was so well done. The cool brain scans, and we can see the fluid in the brain and all of these things. It was so well done. So kudos to everybody involved. I really enjoyed watching this. It read like a feature film. The coloring, everything was just, I wanted more. It was delicious to watch.
And the cinematography is brilliant in this film. It's so quick as it shows various things he may or may not be seeing. Like shots of a woman who he may have had a relationship with, but maybe not. Was she his nurse? Shots of the crash, the brilliant scene where the dashboard during the crash is shown with all the particles flying in front of him slowly. It is a terrifying piece, and you wonder by the end what actually is the truth. Did he actually have a relationship with the woman? You wonder. It is a captivating piece. Well done.
Kurisu and Chung Boon-yi both deserve specific recognition for touch, in that the film is beautifully shot both inside and out. Inside scenes in particular have very effective lighting. Particularly, I very much liked how the nightclub scenes transitioned into the operating room, becoming much darker. And I love the image of the the puddle forming, which evoked thoughts of internal bleeding. I also really liked independently how the doctor kind of misses the point about all of the, he thinks that the nurse is more concerned about how the patient would react to it all, and that's not about it, and that wasn't what she was thinking of at all. And her suggestive humming at the end really brings that point to a very conclusive and very satisfying ending.
To have a short film about intimacy at a time when intimacy is such a tricky thing to maneuver around with a global pandemic, I couldn't help think of that while watching it. And perhaps that's because, too, there's a hospital setting. Even though this has nothing to do with the pandemic, there's a hospital setting and we see masks. And these are all visual triggers that make us think automatically of this time that we're in. But it also has very much it's obviously a sci-fi undertones to it, which I think are very well implemented because they don't overbear the piece. They really complement it. This is still very much feels like the world of today. Just maybe with some advanced technology, but it's not so out there that it loses relatability. So I think that's a really important aspect to it too. And I think it makes us all reflect on the time we have with those we care about and how we connect with them, and how missing that, how not being able to have that would impact us and hurt us.